The boy was spacing out. Suddenly the teacher's clothes vanished. He turned his head. The same thing happened to all the girls. At that moment, a girl shouted, "Teacher, look." The teacher asked, "What is it?" She pointed and said, "Kurono's pants, something standing in them." Kei Kurono, who always stayed in class one all day, spent the day under his classmates' ridicule. On the way home after school, he saw a sexy poster of a model outside a bookstore, which slightly improved his mood. But why would there be a sexy model poster outside a bookstore? Before Kurono could think further, a thief and the shopkeeper ran out one after another. Taking advantage of the shopkeeper chasing a thief, Kurono stole the model poster and slowly admired it in the subway station. An old lady kindly approached and asked. Being disturbed, Kurono became furious. "Grandma, try harder yourself. Don't rely on others." I'm sorry. At that moment, he saw his elementary school classmate Kato Masaru. Although they were good friends in childhood, Kato now looked like a delinquent. Since Kato didn't recognize him, Kurono didn't want to talk to him at all. Just then, a drunk man fell off the platform. People on the platform didn't help. Instead, they even prayed the subway would come sooner and crush him to death. Seeing the train approaching, Kato actually jumped off the platform to save the drunk man. But Kato quickly realized he couldn't save him alone. He called out to the people on the platform, but they chose to watch him die rather than help. At that moment, Kato recognized Kurono. Since he was recognized, Kurono had no choice but to brace himself and help. But the crowd still looked on like bystanders, even blaming the two for being inefficient. "What are you doing? Hurry up!" Finally, they pulled the drunk back up, but just then, the train also arrived. It was clearly impossible to climb back up. Since the train was supposed to stop at the station, they decided to run to the front of the train to avoid danger. But they didn't expect this train wouldn't stop. Then limbs began being printed out of thin air. Calf, arm, torso, skull. Eventually, it printed a complete girl. She collapsed onto Kurono, making him a bit flustered. But not just this girl, everyone in the room had also been printed out by the mysterious black sphere after dying. Kurono and Kato were accidentally hit by the train while saving the drunk and died. After dying, they were transported here. The girl's wrist was still bleeding and clearly without clothes. It seemed she had committed suicide and then was transported here. Looking at the naked girl, everyone blushed with shame. One of the gangsters even grabbed her hand and tried to drag her to rape her. Screams rang out. The girl was about to be violated, but no one dared to stop it. Just then, the most timid Kato actually stood up. He rushed into the small dark room to fight the gangster. Although he couldn't beat the opponent, Kato didn't lose in spirit at all. Seeing the gangster about to be choked, at that moment, the black sphere in the room spoke. Everyone was drawn towards it. This gave the little dog a chance. The black sphere told them everyone here had already died. From now on, their lives would be controlled by it. The black sphere opened to reveal equipment and weapons. Their names were written on them. Inside, there was actually a suit. At that moment, one man who had already put on the suit walked to the sphere and picked up a gun. Then one by one, they were teleported out. Meanwhile, the countdown also started. Seeing that man who had already put on the suit was well prepared, Kurono quickly realized this wasn't a joke. Before being teleported out, he tried to put on the suit, but time was too short. Luckily, he managed to grab the clothes before being sent out. After everyone was teleported outside, that man, as if knowing everything, spoke. He claimed to be Joei Ironishi, a secret agent selected by the Japanese government. Though no one knew what the black sphere in the room really was, the mysterious black sphere had granted them new life, but the price was they had to complete the mission of killing monsters. If they didn't eliminate the monster within the time limit, they would be naked with something licking under their crotch. The strange sensation made him cry out uncontrollably. He didn't even notice two men were watching beside him. This group, including the dog, were all already dead people. The black sphere had resurrected them. The price of rebirth was being randomly teleported somewhere in Japan by the Black Sphere to fight aliens hidden on Earth. Anyone trying to escape the mission would immediately explode. Only 42 minutes remained. Their first target was this slime-covered green onion alien. It didn't seem to have any combat ability, but its constant spraying of slime was extremely disgusting. Someone said, "I can't eat noodles anymore." The blonde guy noticed the strange bones inside Green Onion Alien via the X-ray scope. Only then did he believe that aliens really existed. Green Onion Alien sprayed large amounts of slime from its nostrils, causing a girl to nearly puke. She quickly escaped. The enemy in their first mission was so weak, the blonde guy's initial anxiety instantly disappeared. He played tag with the alien until he forced him into a corner. The thrill of controlling life and death made the blonde ecstatic, but the alien was unharmed. Only the wall behind him had slight cracks. Clearly, he wasn't skilled with alien weapons yet. While the blonde guy pondered this, the alien ran again. He chased after him, but suddenly the wall hit by the bullet exploded. The blonde guy was blown away by the impact. His dumb move even startled the alien. The other members finally arrived at this moment. They had been gangsters in life, so fighting the alien was even more ruthless. Under intense pressure, the Green Onion alien finally revealed his violent side. This thing was elastic. Its counterattack instead enraged them. A flash of white light, his body began to swell and become violent. The effect was so slow that he didn't even notice he'd been shot. The gruesome sight made his teammates avert their gaze. But the purple-suited man delivered the fatal blow, pointing his gun at the alien's head. Pieces of the alien's body scattered on the ground like smashed cucumbers. The mission was over just like that. They were wondering why they hadn't been teleported back. Suddenly, the blonde guy was grabbed by a black shadow from behind. It was the alien's older brother, the Spring Onion Elder. Seeing the brutal state of his brother, the Elder was furious beyond reason. His combat power was on a completely different level. The purple-suited man was lifted up by the Elder's sharp, long claws. One of their teammates, panicking, fired his gun. The Elder immediately used the purple-suited man as a shield.